you have to understand, extracting anger from its root is impossible. Because if a person has no anger, he's not a human being. But what Islam orders you to do is to control it, to put a nozzle on it so that it can be harnessed and it can be driven in the right way. How do we harness it? By knowing the consequences of your anger, what it would drive you to. By accompanying people of righteousness, of deen. When you accompany imams, righteous people, students of knowledge, and see how they react, you become calm and tame. When you see how the Prophet used to behave, alayhi salatu wasalam, in places that my horns grow if I were in his shoes. But the Prophet did not behave in such a bad manner or a rude manner. Rather, he was kind and tolerant and forgiving. This, how you perfect your own self. And this is how you coach yourself to the best. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, when a person is angry, what to do? If he's standing up, he should sit down. And if he's sitting down and you cannot suppress your anger, lie down. And if you feel the urge to do something, go and make wudu. Because wudu is water and anger is from shaitan, who's from fire. And this extinguishes your anger. When you're angry, Satan messes up with your head. Don't we have road rage? I don't know if in Canada you have this, or in America they just pull their Glock and they shoot people. In Saudi you don't do this. You just, push them with the car over the pavement house. And then, I'm sorry, okay, we move on. But shooting people, it's crazy. People, and I get this all the time, and this is how I make my money. People come and knocking on my door at midnight. Sheikh, I'm sorry. What's wrong? I divorced my wife. Good for you. What do you want? No, Sheikh, I'd like to go back to her. Okay, go back to her. No, you don't understand. I was angry and I divorced her 19 times. What is this? This is a semi-automatic. Even semi-automatic doesn't give 19 talqa, 19 shot at this rate. So they come and ask for redemption. How to reconcile. They knock on shuyukh's doors. That's good for business, but it's not good for your Islam. It's not good for your kids. They cry and weep, Sheikh, I have 6 children. Why didn't you think of the consequences? And was it worth it? No, wallahi, Sheikh, it wasn't. She always puts too much salt in the food. But I should have tolerated it. It's too late. This is what anger does for you. You have to suppress your anger. Like you go to the gym to grow your muscles, go to this mental gym to control your anger and your emotions. 2 men were fighting in front of the Prophet ﷺ and his companions. One of them, his eyes were red, his veins were pumping, and his whole posture was, out of this world. The Prophet said, I know a word. If he says it, all this anger would go away. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Now remember, the Prophet did not go and tell this man. Why? Because he knew that it was not the right time. One of the companions didn't think this way and rushed to the man. He said, the Prophet says, if you say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, all this anger would go away. Look what the anger made this man reply by. He said, go away from my face. You think I'm crazy? Get the hell out of my face. He rejected the advice of the Prophet ﷺ due to his anger. And this is what anger does to you. And it is part of hypocrisy. When you get angry when you lose your wallet or someone smashes your car, but you don't feel angry when you miss Fajr Salat, Asr Salat, Salat in the masjid. Business as usual. That's okay. I don't feel any anger. But if you lose an opportunity of dunya, you become angry. This is a sign of hypocrisy. It's a sign of hypocrisy when you see your son growing a beard and praying in the masjid and you become angry. Why are you doing this? Are you from the Taliban? SubhanAllah. Only those who grow their beards are from the Taliban? The Prophet had a beard, alayhi salatu wasalam. So who are you following? It is a form of hypocrisy when you see your daughter or your wife wearing the hijab and you become ashamed and angered of what they're doing. You feel lesser than your neighbors, the kuffar, the disbelievers who are going out in miniskirts and the likes. This is a sign of hypocrisy that you have to pay attention to.